Good morning, everyone. It's Valerie, otherwise known as Chick Picker. Chick Picker. How's everybody doing? It's Tuesday. Is it Tuesday? I think it's Tuesday. I don't know. I think it's Tuesday. Pretty sure. Not 100%, but pretty sure. Where's everybody this morning? Get in here. Let's see. I'm going to put the link in. I'm going to be real courageous here. There's Todd.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, Chick Picker.
You ready to come in, Hank? Come on. Get in here. There's plenty of room.
What's going on?
Not much. Not much. Just hanging out. Oh, let's see here. Yeah, not much going on. Just trying to wake up. I was up late last night. For one reason or another, I'm not really sure. You know I got the blow dryer going. Oh, I know. Don't have that off switch, does it? Let's see here what we got going on.
I just turned on the YouTube side to see the chat, and I got an ad for, do you have problems with constipation? Not this morning, but thanks for asking.
No, but my eBay does.
Yeah. My eBay stopped up the wazoo.
eBay needs some help. How did you know? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I got an awesome 2 packages going out this morning. I'm like, come on. Come on.
Yeah, I know. I got, I think I got 1 eBay and 1 Macari. Yeah. I don't know. Hey there, Miss Liz. If you're having a good morning. Anna Mora. And Todd. I don't know what happened to Todd.
I'm here. You didn't want to hear me blow my nose.
Oh, okay.
Where's Anna Mora out of? Where are you out of, Anna? What section of the world do you live in? Do you live upon?
Upon time?
Upon time? Los Angeles.
Los Angeles?
Oh my gosh, that's a big town.
It is big. There, there are so many little towns. Well, they're not little, but they're, they're just little towns all meshed together. Because LA just grew and grew and grew, so one side of the street you have, I don't know, Orange County, and the next side you got, I don't know, I'm just making up names, but Riverside or something, I don't know. But yeah, that's how LA is. I mean, it's not technically it's LA, but for the most part it is just little towns all meshed together. They all grew up Maggie Doodle. Sally Ann.
Hi.
Hi, good morning.
Wow, you're like really early.
Yeah, that's okay.
What?
I try to be early because Tommy gives me shit every time that I'm late.
Oh, really?
Yes. He assumes, you know how I am. He assumes that I'm going to be late, and so I have to show him up and be early every time.
Where's Tommy at, though?
I don't know. He's probably sleeping.
That's funny.
Yeah, Anamora, I live in the big metropolis of Everest, Kansas. 150 people. It's probably less than that now. I don't think anybody around here is having babies, so they're probably all old people. They're all dried up, and I would say the majority of the city is probably people over 50.
Yeah.
And I'm one of them now. Yay.
For now.
Yep, I'm going backwards now.
For now until you
or until I move, I guess.
Until you move, yeah.
Then I'll be in a town with a bunch of teeny boppers that are going to college. I don't know.
You want to know what was really weird yesterday? Is that my feedback changed to 1007 and yesterday was 1007.
Ooh. That's weird.
Yeah.
The numbers thing.
I know.
It's real.
It gets me.
But you know, it's good that I mean, a lot of people wouldn't even notice that. You know, it wouldn't even like phase them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but I mean, I think it's good that people recognize that because I don't know, it's just cool.
Yeah. Well, you know, with yesterday being Mom's birthday, and then, you know, it's 10:07, and my feedback changed to 10:07. It was just too much. It was just like, oh, it got me.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, I'm not from Australia, if that's what you mean, Anamora. I wish I was. I mean, I guess.
Sally's from another planet.
Wow.
She's out of this world.
Zoltar.
Zoltar. Nanu.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, but me and Sally are both originally from California, the Central Valley. Born and raised.
Mm-hmm.
But I would never, I go to California a couple times a year, but I wouldn't go back there and live.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. There's people trying to get out of there. Why would you go back?
Not permanently. It took me 37 years to get out of that place. I ain't going back. Not without a fight.
Mm-hmm.
And
I left and went back several times, but I don't think I ever would again.
Well, and I think one of those reasons was that Mom was there.
Well, yeah.
And so now that Mom isn't there, you know, it's different.
I mean, well, hello, chicken fried steak.
Chicken fried steak. And now that, you know, I mean, we still have family there, you know, we still have a sister there, and you know, but
I think when it's all said and done, they're gonna move too.
oh yeah, I mean they've been talking about East Coast, you know, going to the East Coast, Delaware area for the longest time.
Yeah.
So
she went to Porterville yesterday.
the place is growing. Oh my gosh. Pretty soon, Porterville and Visalia and Tulare, they'll all be the same. They'll all be, you know, they'll make this big, long word for the area. But I guess that's the Central Valley. So, good morning, Jody. Yeah, I mean, Porterville it's an okay place. I mean, it's not horrible. It's not a horrible place to live. We lived a pretty good childhood, you know. It wasn't horrible. One big cow crap smelling place. Oh yeah. I'm sure they have a bunch of it kind of surprises me how many dairies are still there, and you know,
yeah,
cow farms basically. Because you know they charge them for methane. They charge them because they're cow farts.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh, but yeah, it's definitely, I mean, right there around like, I mean, basically from the time that you leave Visalia to the time that you get to Porterville, I mean, you've probably, you know, went by maybe 15 dairies or whatever. So yeah, it's all the way through there.
I was thinking that Lindsay would grow too, because it's in the middle. Yeah. So I was always surprised that Lindsay didn't grow before I left.
Right.
And like there was, you know, plants shutting down and stuff still yet, but Lindsay olives must still be going.
I don't know if they are. I don't know. I don't know if they're still in Lindsay.
Oh.
I don't know.
Sure. Hi, Tommy. Tommy finally showed up 11 minutes after, huh?
Yeah,
yeah, Tommy, you're late. You lazy Tommy person, you.
Oh.
Yeah, because I mean they have Lindsay olives on the shelves here.
Yeah. Yeah. They're still going. I don't know. They may have a plant there. I'm not sure. Not sure. So, did you get any sales yesterday, Sally?
Yeah, I got 2.
Good. What did I get? I got 2 on eBay. One hasn't paid yet. And
one on Poshmark.
No, actually I got 1 on Macari.
Oh. Wow.
So, yep. Get on that Macari boat.
I mean, it's sounding good. You know, once you get started, you know, after you're there for a little bit, you know, continuously adding stuff. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah. And that's something that I try to do every day is add cross post it, you know, all of my stuff. whatever I've listed. Let's see. So
I actually
Liz,
sold a watch for 40 yesterday.
oh, great.
I was really surprised, but I think I got it out of one of my many what do you call it?
Packages,
Yeah, the
birthday lot.
yeah, the jewelry. I don't remember who sent it to me, but it was in something.
What brand is the watch?
Not branded.
Oh no.
Oh no, what?
Jody got she sold a beautiful gold necklace the other day, $385. Guy got it mailed yesterday and now is requesting return.
Which eBay approved.
Mm-hmm.
Now you can go in there if you want. I mean, I don't know if you like the. Do you have automatic approval on returns? You might check that out.
I know I do.
Yeah, I do on certain things, but there's other things that they notify me about, and then I have to approve them.
The only time that it's not eBay approved is if it's I think it's if it's item not as described. I can't remember.
Liz says she sold a Jets NFL mascot for $70. A
Wow.
plush. That's awesome.
That is awesome.
Well, I hope everything goes okay with that.
Hi, Tammy.
With that return.
Sherry says, I have big, stupid, heavy things to ship. Why do I do this to myself? I know.
You need a gym, right? We all need a gym.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
Absolutely.
I don't know.
Yeah, I've had a few more returns than normal lately. The people that bought the person that bought those Jeffrey Campbell shoes that I sold, they said, I love the shoes, but one shoe will not fit on one of my feet.
Okay.
Did you tell them that you can't help it, that they have oddly word-shaped feet?
I mean, what are you to say to that? It's like, well, apparently you have two different size feet. Because what did she say? She said something like it keeps falling off one foot. So it's not fitting. Like, I don't know.
That is weird.
Whatever. You know.
Send her a message. You know, you can tighten the laces a little bit.
There's no laces.
Oh.
There's no, like, it's one of those, basically it's a slip-on, but it's, you know, it has the back to it. So it's just not, and they're not like, they're dang near, new. So, I mean, yeah, just picturing this person with one shoe flopping around as they try to walk. Yeah.
I'm getting a return back for a couple of canteens because even though they're used government surplus, and even though I put these may be scuffed in the listing, they're sending them back because the outside of one of them is scratched.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I got this back yesterday. It's a Carhartt.
Yeah.
And that's the one that they said is a women's. That's not, I thought it was a Ben's. they say it's a women's.
Well, okay, one thing that I see right now is the like where it has the pleats on the front. That kind of tells me that it's a women's.
Pleats.
Yeah, it's
I
like
didn't
a
see.
it's like it's not really a pleat, but it's like almost tacked in the front where it tacked down. So it makes the waist, it goes in a little bit. I don't know.
Oh,
That's
right here.
something that I see. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. When I looked at it, it just looked like men's, but I guess not.
Looking like Ronald McDonald, but only on my left side.
Just take a bunch of measurements and put it as unisex.
Unisex. That's one way to do it, right?
Yeah.
What are you working on,
Buttons are on the left.
Todd?
Oh, I'm putting watches in batteries, staying productive while we chat.
How does a watch fit in a battery? Ooh. Believe it or not, I caught that one.
Did I say that sideways?
Yeah,
Sorry.
You did.
You did.
I'm putting,
Yeah,
Yeah.
buttons are on the left.
it's kind of like buttons being on the left. It's kind of like putting watches in batteries.
Yeah.
Well, you know what was really stupid about that watch that I sold yesterday was that as soon as I pulled it out of the thing, because it was working, I pictured it with the batteries working, but as soon as I pulled it out of the stupid box, it didn't have a freaking working battery.
Oh, God.
I'm like, damn you. So I had to have Brandon. I have like a million freaking watch batteries, but I guess I don't have that one.
Of course.
And of course not. So I had to have Brandon go to Walmart. Freaking like almost $6 for a freaking one watch battery.
Wow. Fishing and Picking says, y'all are the best consistent reseller morning show. Y'all are coming up on 3 years, December 6th. And I've been a consistent thorn since. We love you, Fishing and Picking.
Isn't it crazy?
3 years. Ugh. That's a long time.
Seems like longer than that.
It seems like 100 years. We've just been doing this since we were born. Right.
Men's buttons are on the right. Okay. Well, that explains it. I was wrong, I guess.
I think we've all made that mistake, though, Stanley.
Yeah. I guess whatever. I'll still sell it. I'll sell it to somebody else.
Heck yeah.
You know.
I mean, it's long sleeve.
I'm gonna raise the price $5 to cover my shipping, and
why
then
not? Yeah. Sounds like a plan.
Just sell it again. Yeah. So I thankfully that watch battery was really easy to change. I would have been in trouble if it wasn't.
Yeah.
What brand was the watch you sold for 30, 40, whatever it was?
I sold. It was 47 altogether. What brand? It was a it was one of those ones for that has it's supposed to have like a band or something with it for blood pressure, or can't remember what exactly it's supposed to have with it, but it's supposed to measure heart rate and all that good stuff. Hold on, it's coming.
Uh-huh.
Oh, you bastard.
Good bastard. Oh.
No, it's not Fitbit. It's
Like an Iron Man?
no.
Mm.
Polar.
Polar. Gotcha.
Polar FT7.
Hmm. Keep my eyes out for that. Most definitely. Yeah, it's an unfit bit.
That's the kind of
it.
watch I need. Unfit. You out of shape, boy. Here's your unfit watch.
Oh, yeah.
No, it's Polar.
Oh.
And actually I have another one that's a different style and all that, and it doesn't go for as much.
Yeah.
But
That's
it's
pretty
listed for
good.
like 20 something.
That's pretty good for a watch.
Yeah.
$40. Good prices.
Liz says that's what my Apple Watch says. Time to stand, fatty. Does your watch actually say stuff like that? Or is it just like ding and that's when it's time to stand?
Mine tells me I need to get up and walk ever so often.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Get it?
Hey. What was that?
Hey.
Scared the crap out of you.
Silver, that charade you're using.
Yeah.
There you go.
It works better than the watch tool you get in the watch kit.
Does it?
Yeah.
I have this one.
That's a pretty good one.
I use this knife all the time. I cut tape on boxes with it.
I'd just be afraid I'd cut my hand.
I almost ditched you guys go to Dollar General this morning.
Oh, that would have not been good. That would not have been good.
I heard I guess there's another store in my area. It's like 15 minutes away from me. And it's out in the middle of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a home NCI store, I guess. And it's a different setup than what regular Dollar Generals usually have.
Mm-hmm.
And so like there's supposed to be all kinds of penny items on this list.
Wow.
For just these certain stores. So yeah.
So you going after the show?
I'll be going after. Yeah. I can't not go.
Yeah.
I
understand.
My niece is probably already there grabbing everything.
Yeah, I went to Dollar General. When did I go to Dollar General? It was a couple days ago. And the lady, she had this is the lady that's been there for as long as I've been going there. She's been like the manager. And she had this clock and she took it up and she goes, I have this clock here and she's always trying to sell me some shit. I mean, she is always trying to sell me something. or say, oh, we got a big sale today, blah, blah, blah. It's 20% off or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
And but she's always trying to sell me something. She goes, so this clock is $10. She goes, and I checked and it will never go down to a penny. And I'm like, okay, I don't know why you're telling me this. She's like, yeah, so it will always be $10. Isn't it so cute? And she was just showing me it, I'm like, well, honey, I don't need a clock. I know exactly what time it is. Time for me to get out of here. Oh my God. I mean, she's a sweetheart, but she's always trying to sell something.
She's a sell person.
I'm sure that, she's seen me in their scan and stuff, and she probably thinks I'm not big on the whole, penny deals, or I've just not ever gotten into it,
you just haven't seen the fever yet.
Yeah, probably not. But I go in there and scan stuff for Amazon, and I'm sure she probably thinks I'm doing the penny sale thing. But
you get you a whole cart of penny stuff, and for a penny each, and you'd be like, yeah, I'm into this now.
I'm hooked.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I gotta go get me another pen.
Time for you to stop pushing things on me. She's just trying to sell stuff just like everybody else is. Morning, Texas Brenda. Hope you're having a good morning there in Texas. I heard you guys are having a cool down.
Yeah, it was 53 degrees this morning.
Oh, wee. Man, that is chilly.
Yep.
Super, super chilly.
It's like getting the swimming pool now and body parts are going to dry up. About time to shut her down for the season.
Yeah. Good morning, Mike. Yeah, I am not ready. I'm not ready for winter. It's gonna happen whether I like it or not, though. Yeah, I know. I know that can definitely wear on you, and you can, tend to get tired of it, and it's good to have the cooler weather. Just easier on, your heater and all that, but I don't know. When it starts cooling down, I start getting scared. Not really scared, but I just don't like cold weather. I could handle cold weather if it was just cold weather, no snow, no ice, nothing like that. I can handle the cold weather. But
well, my philosophy has always been I can always put on more clothes, but I cannot. There comes a limit to how many clothes you can take off to get cool in the heat of the summer.
yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess that's true, but
once you get down to bare skin, you can't take off no more.
yeah, that's true. It's true. Texas usually doesn't have bad winters. That's what I'm looking forward to. Kansas, Kansas has some. It can get pretty crazy here. One of the, I guess you could say, old wives' tale. So if you see that, the farmers say, if you see a bunch of these black caterpillars on the road, then it's going to be a harsh winter. And I haven't been seen. I've seen it where the road's like been completely covered. And then this year, like there's just a few. There's like, one here, one there. It's not covered. There's not a lot. So I'm hopeful that stands true. I'm praying that it stands true. Even though, some of that time I'm going to be gone, I still don't want winter.
Yeah.
I'm just done with it. I've experienced it for the last 10 years. I am done.
Yeah.
Ow. Texas Brenda says, Todd, for me, I can't move because I look like a polar bear from too many clothes. Mike says, me too. It starts getting cold and I go into panic mode like a squirrel. Where's my nuts? I have enough nuts. I need more nuts. Yep.
I beg your pardon?
You came at the right time.
Tom.
Good morning, Tom.
Good morning. How are y'all?
I haven't talked to
Wonderful.
Tom since before I went to Oklahoma.
Aw.
It's been a
It's
week.
been like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I haven't missed him at all. But
Thank you, Todrick. I appreciate that.
well, I was just saying I haven't talked to you in so long. I didn't say I missed you.
Are you feeling better?
Yeah, I am.
Well, that's good.
Well,
I'm
it is
glad you're
better
feeling
to
better.
look good than to feel good.
Okay.
And you look marvelous.
There you go.
Ugh.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah, I don't like ice. I don't like snow. I don't like any of it. And I don't like being holed up in my house either.
Dang, that's the second time I dropped the same watch battery.
Man, just don't want to
Okay.
go in.
Sorry. Carry on. Stupid Timex watch. Hold
Morning,
that battery in there.
Get in there. Yeah, we're doing okay. I mean, it's a little bit chilly this morning, but it can always get worse. Sally went to Dollar General. No, she didn't. No. I know, Mary. I don't blame you. I mean, it's worse. I'm sure it's worse there than it is here. But I have had my fill. I have never been, I hate to be cold, and I've always been like that. I just don't like that feeling.
Well, for you thin people, the cold must be bad. The fatter I get, it's not quite as cold. I guess when you have a layer of blubber, it makes a big difference.
Oh.
Oh, God, people.
You're the popular guy today.
I'm going to tell you what, you need to get down. I'm not in the mood for it today. But no, I've just got a group of high schoolers that I went to high school with, not high schoolers, but people I went to high school with. They want to get together in October, and they're trying to figure out where, and we know about the date. It's the last Saturday in October.
Yeah.
They're trying to figure out where and when, at what time, and blah 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 blah. And I said,
Yeah.
well, if y'all can't make a decision, I can. We'll meet at the barrel at 6 o'clock, because we're all a bunch of old people now. So.
There you go. Makes sense. What in the world?
I'm just about over it too, Mary.
But my phone has sounded like the Daily Hustle chat when it gets wired up, ping, 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 ping.
Somebody said, oh, Tammy said, Sally went to Dollar General. She going to get out of here.
I opened my door just to see how cold it was outside.
Uh-huh.
And there's a freaking chipmunk that has been like scaring me last couple of days.
Scaring you.
Yeah. He keeps on coming up on my steps right when I'm there. Like, hi, I just wanted to let you know I'm here and I'll be intruding your house soon.
Well, what you can do is go ahead and get him like a gerbil box, not a gerbil, the guinea pig box, because they're bigger, and just adopt him, feed him, and let him run on the wheel. And
not gonna happen. I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna line my steps with mouse traps.
No, don't be mean. He loves you. He comes to see you when you come outside.
Oh my goodness.
Please. You can go in the hallway and I'll shut the door.
How many times is that already, you guys?
3. I just told her if she didn't go lay down in her chair that I was going to put her in the hallway and shut the door. Before I
know.
forget it.
I don't even know if it'll take me 2 years, Mary. I think it'll be before then.
2 years to what? Move?
To move. Yeah.
What you gonna do with Brandon?
She's moving south.
I'm sick of the freaking cold. I can't do it anymore. I just get I don't know. I can't adjust. I mean, I think I have adjusted a little bit, but I think it's just too much. Like, especially like whenever it starts getting cold, my arthritis like starts kicking in.
Yeah.
And that's not good. If you have arthritis,
Oh,
that
yeah.
it's like it really sucks.
Tennessee is what you said, right? Is what you're looking at?
Okay,
I don't know.
I need to address something really fast. Like Fishing and Picking says, I went to my high school reunion last fall. The homecoming queen was a dude, and the MVP of the football game was a chick. Times have changed. Now, I know you're not as old as I am, but you're getting on up there. Was this like the current high school homecoming queen and MVP of the football team, or have they had identity issues that you last saw?
They've had changes. I would say it was the homecoming queen in high school and the MVP in high school, and then they've changed.
Right.
That's what they currently are. Yeah.
But he says yes, the current. Yes, current. Hey, whatever.
Yeah. Hey, whatever blows your dress up.
That's right. I just want, I always told my kids, I I just want y'all to be happy.
Mhm.
I just want you to be happy.
That's
And you know what? I will have to say that what's his name? What's her name?
Caitlin.
The one that just changed.
Caitlin.
Huh?
Jenner,
Caitlin.
The one that was used to be a Olympic
Yeah.
Bruce
Caitlyn.
Jenner,
Jenner.
Caitlin.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Bruce Jenner. Yeah.
Yes. I just seen her on a roast, and
Mhm.
oh my god, they like blew some shit at her, which they're supposed to do, you know, they're supposed to make fun.
Mhm.
And oh my gosh, she took it so good. She did really good, you know. I mean, I don't know if I could have done that,
Yeah.
If
you know.
if you're going to be in the public,
Mhm.
I mean, even with my little podunk horse and pony YouTube channel, you better be ready to take some damn crap, or you better just go back into your cave, because
Oh yeah.
That's it.
I mean, you just gonna have to, you know, because nowadays people do not have any boundaries. But when you're out in the public eye, you know, you got to be prepared to take it, or you're gonna have a hard way to go.
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
Speaking of public, tomorrow at 3 on Adam's show, I'm going to be his guest.
Oh, cool.
So if y'all are available, come in there and give me some support.
Absolutely.
I mean, I always support Adam's channel, but like I said, you know, I'm gonna be on there tomorrow, so I need all of my 100 subscribers on there.
There you go.
Baby, you come on, let's go get your quilt fixed.
Number 4. Oh,
Yeah, we'll be on there to roast you.
there you go. Yeah, she is definitely done very, and this is the only, I only know what I know, but for the most part she's done pretty well as far as her change. So, she's taking it like a man.
Yeah.
Adam was in here. I don't know if he's still in here or not. You need to do Jim and Tara too.
Okay.
Well, he was, he'd been trying to cycle through people, so
Mm-hmm.
they've got a story. Everybody on this channel, this panel has a story.
Sure.
Sweetheart, really. Tomorrow I'm going to put my
Sweet
laptop
daddy.
someplace else.
She
Put me
said, I'm
down
going for number 5.
Put me down again, sweet daddy.
Let me show you something I got out of a storage unit. I got this. It's not. I don't think it's handmade, as in like Great Aunt Susan made it, but it's a quilt, and it's
Yeah.
in perfect condition.
Yeah.
And I ran it through the wash machine, and it's just the right weight. My
Mhm.
grandmother had some that I think it was made for sub-zero temperatures that
Yeah.
she had made, but this one's just the right weight. Anyway, this thing went through the wash machine, and if Roxy's not sleeping up under it, it's on over my legs.
There you go.
Hi, Jim and Tara.
Tara's on a listing frenzy.
On a listing frenzy. We had that on Sunday. Oh, just to remind you, or just to let you guys know,
Uh-huh.
we did that little I don't know. It's not really a fundraiser, but it was just we were gathering up some money for Nathan Finley, Red Neckerson, and but we got $50, and so I sent that to him yesterday. Talked to him a little bit and sent him the money over there. So
That's cool.
just so you know,
Is Nathan sick?
no, his mother passed away
Oh.
just recently, and so we wanted to send him a little something.
Well, I missed out on that. I guess
So-
I'm a lowlife. Is it too late to send you some?
No, I can send it on to him if you want to.
Mhm.
If you want to?
Send it to your PayPal?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
I'll pass it along.
Where's Nifty Deals at? She said she or he said it's for below.
That's
40.
Tammy. She's in Texas.
And it's already 45?
Yeah,
Hmm? What's 45?
her
She says
degree.
it's below 45.
Oh,
I'm cold.
Mm-mm.
well, Todd said it was what 53 this morning when he woke up.
53 here.
Maybe
So-
then.
So, that really just confuses me because, when you used to look at Roy Rogers and all those movies, the cowboy movies, they were never, they never wore heavy jackets and stuff like that because it was cold. So I just assumed Texas was always pretty warm until I went to Texas in February and there was like 2 inches of ice.
Well, I mean, you gotta wait till the sun gets high up.
Yeah. Is that what you're at?
That's what you're at, Sally. 37.
Mhm.
Okay, Sally, you got a year.
I won.
It's too damn cold.
There you go.
Roy Rogers did all those movies out in the desert outside of Los Angeles.
Right.
Mhm.
Right.
It wouldn't have been real cold there any time of the year, hardly.
No.
Mm-mm.
I was recently watching a YouTube channel and I cannot remember who it was. But they were at some locations. They were at some locations of some of the old cowboy movies, and they were like, "There's a shopping mall at one of the one of the locations that they filmed at." But it was really interesting. I like those kind of videos.
Yep.
But yeah, Bridget. I'm sorry, Sally. You're going to have to. You're going to have to sit down with Brandon at the at the kitchen table with a cup of coffee or your favorite beverage and say, "Baby, we've got a year time frame and we're getting the hell out of here." Or you could be like the neighbor down the street. She came home from work from Buffalo when there was 8 feet of snow on the ground, and she says, "I've got a job in Charlotte. I'm moving to Charlotte. Y'all can go with, or you can stay here. It's your option."
Yeah, there was actually a guy that from here that recently relocated and left his kids and his wife here, and he comes back every year during the summer.
See you next year.
He did that last year, and he came up this year and spent time with his wife and his kids, but he's like ready to head back home because he's like in Mississippi, I think.
Wow.
But he's like, she won't leave because her family's here,
Yeah.
and the kids are in school and all that stuff. So he's like, well, I'm out of here.
Yep.
I can't do it. He's got arthritis and stuff, so
I can't say that I blame him.
I can't either. I really can't.
Bye.
Y'all probably covered this before I came in here, but Todd, what's that torture device on your desk?
Some kind of a vice.
Yeah, you put your You put your watch on there and the case back on there, and then you squeeze it, and it pops the case back on.
Oh,
That's pretty handy.
Well, most of the time you don't need it because they just pop on by squeezing them, but some
Yeah.
of them are stubborn, like an old haggy woman or something.
That's what I have a hammer for.
speaking of which, Todd, have you been back to the church sale where your girlfriend's at?
I didn't go Thursday. I was at Mom's,
Right.
but yeah, I've been back since she's been back, and I ignore her and we go on.
She glares at you, and
They changed all these policies there where,
Oh yeah,
yeah, probably because of me.
probably.
No haggling on prices. What you see in the store is what it is, and the other one is no returns.
Oh my gosh.
So I'm like, well, if you're not gonna let me inspect the jewelry with a scale and a magnet and all this other stuff, then I probably won't be buying jewelry from you anymore.
Yeah.
Why can't you inspect it?
They won't let you.
They won't let him look or weigh anything. They won't let him do that.
Yeah, that's just wrong.
Well, I know. It's their loss. If they don't want to take my money, then I'll take my money somewhere else, I guess.
Yeah.
Mm.
Put it right back in my pocket.
good morning, Lori.
Good morning.
Lori.
Lori!
Oh, how's everybody this morning?
All right.
Oh, still kicking, just not as high.
Yeah, me too.
Oh.
Fair to part and cloudy.
Yep.
Ah.
You know that ding dong is still trying to hump Bambi after his surgery.
Oh my gosh.
She
Better watch out, he's gonna break his dick.
I know.
Sally.
Yeah, I'm talking about you, Bambi.
You know, when somebody loses their legs or
Mhm.
loses a leg, arm, or whatnot, they have like ghost feelings or ghost reflexes. That's what he's going through.
Yeah.
No, he's just a 5-month-old horny puppy.
Phantom balls.
Yeah. And no, I'm not eating dog biscuits. I'm eating my Scooby snack graham crackers.
When we had Pumpkin, our male cat, fixed, this one here would rock, or she would just irritate the hell out of him. But she'd walk around trying to smell his butt. And she's like she's going, "Hey, there's something different back here. What's missing?"
I like when they smell the cat smell. They go like, ew! Don't do that. I'm like, well, stupid. What do you think it's gonna smell like? Love spell? No.
Oh, my butt doesn't smell like that.
I'm really glad humans don't greet each other. Oh.
Morning, Rita.
Hi, Rita.
I've decided that when I win the lottery, I'm going to buy a little island in the Caribbean, and I'm going to open a fat farm on it. And every day,
Can I be the mayor?
like in the morning, the breakfast will be served at the south end. Lunch will be served at the north end.
Just have a
And
buffet all around it.
And dinner will be served back down at the south end. So you got to walk to get the food.
There you go.
Just have an all-you-can-eat buffet all the way around it. People be walking all the way
Well,
around it for
all it be
days.
is like fruits and fish and chicken. So, keep it light because you can't eat heavy when you're down there.
But you can eat often.
Then it wouldn't be a fat farm after a while.
Well, all the snacks and stuff would be moved around. Or we would play, okay, it's snack time. You just got to find them.
Yeah.
Scavenger hunt. Find the
Like,
snack.
you're like, oh, hell no, this is too much work for a candy bar. Forget that. I'd rather eat a coconut.
It was like, I think it was Friends. I'm not sure, but it was one of the ones where one of the main characters was a little fat guy. And they had him on a treadmill. And he had on a hat with a stick in front of it with a Snickers bar hanging down. It's like he's trying to catch it.
Oh.
When we went on the cruise, I actually didn't gain any weight.
Well, that's good.
Well, most people gain weight because they eat all the time.
Yeah, I could see that.
Well, I guess they had, that fake ice cream they had on there didn't have any calories in it, I guess.
It was kind of cool though, being able to, just go up and get some food anytime.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
we were on deck 7. The promenade was on 2. No, we were on. It was up on 11. Anyway, all we had to do is walk down the hallway a little bit, get on an elevator, and go straight up to where the buffet was at.
There you go. Once you find out where that's at, then you're golden.
Yep.
And then we had the main dining room that we ate in was at the front of the ship. But all we had to do is just walk from our cabin straight down the corridor all the way to the other end of the ship where it was at.
Did your cruise have the midnight buffet?
They don't do the midnight buffets anymore. They used to do that fancy thing that would be 100 feet long.
Full of seafood.
They don't do that anymore. I think it got to be such a hassle because the line would stretch from one end of the ship to the other end of the ship and back to where, oh, is this the beginning of the line? No, this is the end of the line. You got to go
It was huge. I know. I ate so much seafood on that cruise I was at. I was beginning to develop gills and fins. I mean, it was just like, and I'm sure that's all I ate. I was like, except for in the morning, it had to be eggs and bacon, but the rest of the day it was whatever seafood I didn't like or I did like.
When we went on the cruise with the boys, they ate all kinds of bizarre. I'm not bizarre stuff because I eat it too, but for them it was bizarre, like frog legs and escargot and that kind of stuff. And they would say, "I'd like to try one of in the main dining room." And they would say, "I'd like to try this, but I'd also like to try this." And he says, the waiter says, "I'll bring you back one of both." So we'd get one little hors d'oeuvre and one plate of food, and and a dessert, and they would have, between Sasha and Vanya, they'd have 4 or 5 hors d'oeuvres, 4 plates of the main course because they were wanting to try everything.
I still have yet to try escargot. I'm just like, I don't know about that.
I have no desire to do that.
I did try the raw oyster, which my daughter filmed that and put it on Facebook. Never again. That was disgusting. I didn't know you weren't supposed to chew them. So I was like, oh nope.
I don't like raw. I don't like raw raw seafood. I'm scared I'll get some kind of funky ass disease.
Well, I always said I would at least try it, just to say I did, and I will never eat them again. I don't care.
Well, I like steamed oysters.
Oh yeah, I could eat those all day long.
Just slurp them. You take them off the steamer, and you can just slurp them suckers down, and they're like, "Damn, what happened to it?" Oh, I swallowed it.
Well, the raw ones are
Blech.
worse.
I don't like raw.
Octopus is
Ooh.
weird.
Ooh.
I don't want
I
to
like
eat.
calamari. I like
Yeah.
deep fried.
Calamari's good.
You can make anything good if you deep. You slap
But
it
you
in
know
the
what?
batter and
That
deep
is
fry it.
true. That is true.
I like deep fried squid, and my daughter's like, "Well, what's it like?" I said, "Like chewing on the eraser end of a pencil.
Yep.
It's
Yeah,
got the
it is real
texture."
chewy.
I said, "But it tastes good."
Yep.
Yeah.
I like alligator.
Never tried alligator. I've
Alligator's
tried
good.
ostrich, like a jerky, and I've
Mhm.
tried bear, which was a jerky, but I haven't tried alligator.
Tastes
I've
like
eat-
chicken.
Tastes
I've
like
Yep,
chicken.
pretty
eaten,
much. I mean, it has a little bit of it's a little more gamier than chicken.
Mhm.
It does have a gamier taste, but it's still really good.
I've had turtle, which there's like 7 different flavors of meats in turtle.
Wow.
Mm.
I didn't know that.
let's see, I've had camel, I've had
Never had that.
emu,
Never had that.
had kangaroo, and I had a couple of other things that was
I would feel
especially
bad
came
if I
off
was
the
eating
map,
a kangaroo.
Yeah, me too.
I don't think that'd be like eating a koala bear or something.
Yeah.
I mean, I would just feel horrible. Those are so cute.
I couldn't do that either. Oh.
when we were there, we went out in the middle of damn nowhere to this barbecue, and because the company that we took this tour with had all the telescopes set up, so you could see, because we could see stars that we can't see from here, from
Right.
the U.S. And it was real interesting. And then we had dinner, and then we sat around the fire pit, and one guy played guitar and sang songs. And I said, when I was a small child, I used to watch Skippy, the kangaroo, on TV, and it was in black and white. And he was like, or the girl that was said, really? And I said, yeah. And of course, he had to break out into Skippy the bush kangaroo. But they did say that there were people that live out in the outback that had kangaroos they were like dogs.
Mhm.
They were house pets. I personally,
Hey, Tim.
I don't want to pet a pet that is 7 feet tall. Because
Yeah.
some males can get to be about 7 feet tall.
And if they get pissed off, they can hit you.
Mm.
But he was talking about the ones that have been raised as house pets. They're real gentle and all that kind of stuff.
It's like that one YouTube video where that guy's fighting that one kangaroo. It's beating the hell out of him. It's like, put some boxing gloves on that animal and put him in the ring, man.
This one laying on my desk right here, she says, I just beat the hell out of my daddy all the time.
See you later, Tammy. Have a good day.
Speaking of which, any of you people are big into vitamins? What's good for skin?
Oh, no, I only take one. I take a B12 every day, and that's it.
Vitamin E is good for skin.
Is it?
And so is coconut oil. Like if you find coconut oil caplets.
I get to where I gotten to where at a point in my life where I just brush up against nothing and my skin tears and starts bleeding.
Yeah, vitamin E probably.
Tammy says no slurping for me.
Yeah, I tried oysters once and I couldn't even do like the first. I took a little tiny sip of it. It just wasn't the right taste for me.
we have this place called Captain Steve's, and for around $17, you get this big old platter full of all kinds of seafood.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, you can make 2 meals out of it if you get it we'll go there and eat, and then still bring half a plate home per person.
Yeah.
But Roberta wanted some stuff from O'Charlie's, wanted dinner from O'Charlie's, so she called it in, and I went and picked it up. And Sasha got one of their seafood platters, and it was just about as much, and there was probably a third of the food. He says, "Well, we won't be doing that again," and I said, "Nope, we won't. I'll just Captain Steve's is not too far away. I'll just swing by there and pick us up something to eat from there." I say, as I just was talking about going to a fat farm in the Bahamas.
Hank says, could be a bit, I think vitamin D deficiency if you're bruising quite easily.
I'm not bruising. My skin just seems to be real fragile anymore, which I am, getting old.
And Hank says, I know you have a doctor. Bring up your concerns about your skin and see what your blood work shows. And then Jody said, fenugreek leaves, seeds, or oil for thin skin.
Dang, as old as Todd is, he probably can just look at a sharp edge and he starts bleeding.
Yeah.
Which Todd's not too much older than I am, so it doesn't really matter. When you get to be as old as I am, it doesn't really, within 5 years you're all the same age. Hank, my dad has gotten to the point, and his mother was the same way. They could just walk up and bump the corner of a table, and their skin would tear. Yeah, women are hard-headed. They don't want to listen to anything.
Mike said the oil from cat food is probably good for your skin. Try that.
Thank you, Mike. What was that, Roxy? You going to get on the phone and have a hit put on Mr. Mike?
Or just let your cats lick your arms. Maybe that'll help. Fish oil.
Wow, it's quiet.
Yeah,
What the heck's
this
going on? Everybody's tired.
Yeah.
I think the video card on my old computer's getting ready to go out.
Uh-oh.
Because everything is fuzzy looking.
That's not good.
If I look at this one, it's as clear as a bell.
Huh.
And this is a brand new monitor, so over here.
What do you have on that one? On your other one, the one
It's
that's
a
going out?
built-in piece of crap.
Oh.
And I've had this one for God only knows. It came with
Why Wipe the cat hair off of the screen.
We had seen that.
My help.
Thank you being a bitch this morning, girl.
I turned my computer on this morning. It looked like a FLIR, one of those thermal imaging
See this
cameras. It was
See
all
that-
every color in the rainbow.
Huh.
I was like, what the heck? So I turned it off, turned it back on. It's fine. I was like, okay, this is
That's
only
right,
2
Hank.
years, 2 years old.
that away.
That's right, Hank. Voila, there's no more hair, no more fuzzy.
Hi. Come here. Come here.
He tells her to go that way, and she jumps up and gets on the desk again.
Come
What's
here.
funny, she clears like she doesn't blend on my
Goodness.
keyboard. She just jumps from the floor all the way across my laptop to the desk. Okay,
Just had to make your appearance today, didn't you?
she's
Give you kisses, Mama.
Yep.
you know what?
You need a puppy tic tac.
Oh, I thought that was her foot at first. I'm like, damn. I don't want to see your foot.
Even when I was skinny, I couldn't do that. Now my daughter, when she was young, she put both feet behind her head. I'm like,
Oh my gosh.
and she was in dance and roll because that was one of their things they did in acrobats for dance. I'm like,
Jordan and I went and got pedicures, and I was telling my best friend about going to get a pedicure, and he says, "Why are you doing that?" And I said, "Because if I try to cut my own toenails, I squeeze at my gut so much I just about out because I can't breathe."
I have to lift my pant leg up just to put a sock on. What are you talking about? I can't do it. That's because of my back, though. I have a cage in my back, halfway up my spine.
Have a what? A
A
cage?
cage, yeah, titanium cage built around the lower half of my spine.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I got
Wow.
degenerative disc disease, so my everything's like dropping. I've lost like 1.5 inches in height.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. So
Dang, Grandma Magic Classic. She says 15 listings so far today.
Good job.
oh, good Lord, can y'all hear that? All my notifications decide to pop in. It's like a damn slot machine. Where's my coins?
Too bad it's not to change, right?
I know, really.
Hey, bum crack.
Yeah, I was almost like 5'11" when before I had my surgery, before
Wow.
they found out what was wrong with me, and I just was, and then I lost 1 inch when they compressed everything and put it in that cage,
Okay.
and then the top ones are starting to do the same thing.
I'm
What?
feeling a little lightheaded here, Laurie. I just don't do procedures well.
Good Lord, I'd hate to see you get a paper cut if you can't.
No, then I
Ah! I'm teasing you.
That's okay. That's all right.
Then I guess you don't want to know about me holding somebody's toes in my hands at work when a machine fell over on their foot.
I guess it was just the adrenaline kicked in. Roberta was unloading the dishwasher one day and she stuck a knife in her wrist.
Oh,
And she came, I was in the shower and she came in there. She says, "I've stuck a knife in my wrist." And she's holding a rag on it, compressing. And I'm like, okay. So I jump out of the shower. I just pull on a pair of shorts and a t-shirt, grab my shoes, and we go to the hospital like that. Now, I haven't done my hair. I'm still dripping wet. And I did grab my wallet. And we get to the hospital and they take her on back in and get her, get it stitched up. And the nurse comes back out there with a couple of towels for me to dry off with.
oh my gosh.
That's like
Roberta and the nurse is standing there laughing because she said I was in the shower and I just immediately just jumped out and threw on some clothes and we came on. I was fine. All the blood did not bother me.
That's good.
Until it sunk in.
Yeah, the adrenaline kicked in, I guess.
Yep.
But don't show me something on TV or don't start talking about that kind of stuff. Then I start getting kind of warm.
I have to get on Trace all the time and you think she would know better because of the dishwasher at the nursing home. putting knives point up in the dishwasher. I said, you cannot do that.
Nope.
She says, well, what won't they stick through the bottom? I said, there's clearance for that thing. I said, you won't want to put a skewer down in there because it'll fall through, but a knife has to go handle up, not point up. Because I've cut myself, not bad, but just enough to piss me off.
In the old days, man, those knives would get hot and would just drop right, that cut right through those little baskets they had in them because they were cheap and flimsy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Mary
cover your ears, Tom. I was remodeling the house with my husband at the time. We bought a house, and I was trying to raise the window to open it, and the panes were real thin and brittle, and I went like that to raise it, and it broke, and it cut the end of my finger almost completely off, and I turned around, and I'm like, Paul? He's like, oh, boom. I'm like, oh, he's laying on the floor, and I'm bleeding. That's like, okay. I'm kicking him like
this isn't gonna work.
I'm kicking him like, hey, stupid. I go outside, go to the neighbors because he's laying in there passed out.
Oh my God.
I walked over and kicked it on the neighbor's door, and the guy's like, oh my God, oh my God.
I'm with you on
that. When I sent somebody over to check on my husband, I said, I don't know if he hit his head or not. He passed out.
I've actually cut my hand at the bins when I was at the Kansas City bins, and it was just on a piece of like some kind of tchotchke or whatever that had broke, and it was like buried with like clothing, and I'm just going in and digging, and I caught my hand on a piece of glass and got a cut. So have your first aid kit with you when you go to the bins.
Mm-hmm. I always take a pair of thick leather gloves. I learned the hard way. Mine didn't. I didn't get cut. I got poked with something, and I'm like, I don't know what that is. Yeah. Didn't break the skin, but enough to make me think, well, what if there was a needle or something like that in there?
Right.
Somebody didn't catch. I'm thinking. So I went outside of my truck because I keep my work gloves, a little basket with all the stuff that I use for clean outs under my seat in the back. I thought, went and got my gloves.
Yeah. Fish and Pickin says my biggest fear is at the bins are needles and knives in the clothing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Leather work gloves.
You just gotta be careful. I mean, it's hard, especially if you're like looking for clothes. It's hard to feel the clothing, but I still don't wear gloves when I'm at the bins.
Mm-hmm.
So. Well, Mary, I hope you find your 2 things that are missing. MIA. I hate that when that happens.
For $39.95, I'll sell a course for how to get organized and keep your boxes in total disarray.
Disarray?
Yeah, because notice the box lids are up and that one's missing because it's over there.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
No, when I go to the bins, not so much the new location, but the one that was before that.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I felt like I had to take a bodyguard with me because it would get some of them women would get kind of hateful over there.
Yeah. I really wasn't impressed with the bins at Charlotte.
It used to be in the location it was before, which they built that's a new facility they have there.
Mm-hmm.
The bins at the old location was probably 4 times that big. 5 times that big.
Yeah, I need space. When we went to, I really liked the San Antonio bins. That was pretty cool. It was a very big, very large area. It was almost seemed like a grocery store or something. Right. And it was huge. And I really liked it. I liked how big it was. It was spaced out. You had a lot of room to move around and everything. I mean, it was busy. There's no doubt about it, but um, it was good. I like the South Bends in Austin too.
What is the poundage rates like in San Antonio? Do you remember?
I don't I want to say like $1.29, $1.39, something like that.
Right.
I mean, a lot of these bins they'll do like if you get 25 pounds and under, it's like I don't know, 229. And then if you get 50 pounds or 25 pounds or more, then the price goes down. So
Right.
you get a little deal if you buy more. So, and I usually don't have a problem. I think in Sacramento, I think the bins are $1.69, I think. And they got a pretty good facility over there. I really like that bins. It seems like it's pretty clean and there's not a whole lot of elbows bumping into you and stuff like that. Of course, I stay kind of clear of that stuff. I
Right.
just don't. I have no desire in getting in the middle of all that.
A friend of mine, we have this. It's Amazon returns liquidation. It's sort of like a bins, but everything in it's Amazon returns,
Uh-huh.
or Amazon. I guess it's like when you pay them to dispose of something, they bundle it all up and sell it to people.
Yeah.
Anyway, a guy I know went down there. His wife was wanting to go down there, so they went down there, and he said it was a total madhouse on Saturday. He
Huh.
said he kept hearing people say, this would be some good stuff to sell on Amazon.
Uh-huh.
And he said this one guy was standing beside him, and he said, "So this would be some good stuff to sell on Amazon." And John said he reached over and picked up a box, and he said, "That's an Amazon label right there. It's not a good thing to sell on Amazon." He said, "Oh, okay." He said, "All this stuff is Amazon returns."
Oh my gosh.
But they bought some stuff. They bought some good stuff down there for themselves, and they bought some stuff to sell on eBay. But he said a lot of it was, people were buying stuff for their houses,
Yeah.
health and beauty and stuff like that.
Yeah.
We've got a place that's over in Asheville that they have like pallets of toilet paper and paper towels and stuff like that. And Roberta she's been talking about renting a U-Haul van and going over there and getting a couple of pallets of both of them, because it seems like we go through that stuff around here like crazy.
Yeah.
But she does want to go over there and look at it and see what see what their prices are.
Yeah. One of these times when I get to North Carolina, I want to go to up to Asheville and meet Liz. Meet Liz up in Asheville. I'm not sure how. I think it's like a 2-hour drive. It's kind of hard. I mean, because we have the kids, and I don't really like to take the kids to stuff like that because it's boring. That's not a place for kids.
Right.
And I know that the place that she has for daycare, that might be something that they'll have to do when they're in school or something.
Right.
But yeah, the place that they have for daycare, they only have 4 hours, so it really wouldn't work out for us.
Well,
there,
if you can find somebody to watch them so y'all can be over there all day, then you ought to time to go over and see Biltmore while you're over there.
Yeah.
The two of you.
Yep.
Time other than
is that supposed to be haunted? Biltmore?
I haven't heard of it ever being haunted, but
Biltmore?
It's
No.
possible. No.
Okay.
It's just very, very beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay.
Building. I sold some teacups from there last year. They did. I think I sold a pair for like $49.99.
Wow.
They were older ones. Yeah.
Because Mr. Vanderbilt died in New York,
Mhm.
and Mrs. Vanderbilt, she died in New York too, because she had remarried and moved to New York, back to New York, because they were both from New York.
Mhm.
But it's really a fantastic place to see. I mean, just to think, walk around that place and think about it, how those people lived.
Yeah. Liz says Asheville is a lot bigger. If you have to bring the kids, it's not too bad there. 3-year-olds at the same time at the bins, they would be paying us to leave.
Yeah, let me just throw here's a couple of fresh bins. Let me just throw it in the back of your car and y'all go mosey on.
Oh my gosh. I can't even imagine. But yeah, Rita, I want to go. I know that Julie's not going to be in any condition to go, so but I do want to go to the bins while I'm there at least one time. So
Do they have any bins? I mean, do they have Goodwills over near Hollywood or any places like that?
they do have one in LA. Yeah. But I mean, you're talking about LA, so like the bin pickers, they used to live fairly close to a bins, but it would take them somewhere around an hour to, sometimes an hour and a half, 2 hours just to get to the bins because of the traffic.
Yeah.
So
What?
yeah, it's ridiculous. Okay, Rita. She said, text me and I'll meet you. Sounds good. Yeah, LA is a crazy all day thing. I would, yeah. I mean, in those cases, if you can find a good, a good Goodwill or a Salvation Army or something like that, it's just better to go to one of those. Like when I go to North Carolina, I just like to go to Valley Village. I'm good with that. They've got some good stuff, and it's fairly especially if you go on like a 50% off day.
Yeah. Have you been when they have the 50% off?
Oh yeah, I got in lots of trouble there.
Because you
Lots
bought
of trouble.
because you were fighting some other little old lady. I mean, some other lady that was wanting the same thing. The thing about Value Village is that they don't have a fixed rate. All their clothes,
Yeah.
Look at a $3.99 T-shirt and a $1.99 T-shirt.
Yeah. And that's the thing too, is like when I go to those types of places, I like to get ties. I like to get ties, the small stuff. So ties or bathing suits. I try to focus on those types of things. That way I can get stuff and not have the weight with it. So
Hi, Texas Val.
I'm learning.
Well, Sasha is while he's finishing or he's doing this course on classes on being an OTA. He's working part-time at or seasonal at Party City.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, oh man, when I get a couple of checks, he says, we're gonna go thrifting, because he'll sit there and go through every T-shirt. He likes band shirts.
Yeah.
And he says, you can go look for what you want to look, and I'll look through all the shirts looking for band shirts.
There you go.
And I said, well, there's about a dozen Goodwills in the Charlotte metro area. He said, we'll just leave out early.
Yeah.
You can buy me lunch.
That would be that would be a fun day. That would be a good day for both y'all.
So we have, like I said, we have about a dozen Goodwills. We have 3 value villages. I don't know how many Salvation Armies.
Yeah.
So we could spend a good day of speed thrifting.
Yeah. It's really hard at Tina's. It's kind of difficult to do that. With the kids.
Well, you got 3 babies.
Yeah, I mean it's difficult to go thrifting with them, but we manage. And one of them starts, losing their mind or whatever, then we know it's time to pack up and get the heck out of Dodge. Yeah. But
that's when you're looking like it. Oh, baby, you look like you're going to be sick. Let me give you a little Dramamine.
yeah. Good old Benadryl.
That's right.
Nana's got some Benadryl. Take a swig of this and you'll be fine. Just lay down in the cart. I'll just cover you up.
Whiskey in that sippy cup.
Yes. Since I reset my phone up, or actually Sasha reset my phone up for me, and it did all the new updates and stuff like that. And now I'm getting alerts like when the phone rings, it says scam likely. So I guess whatever they're using, T-Mobile's using now, they're I guess they're maybe hitting a database of where people are saying that some of these numbers are scams and whatnot.
Maybe, possibly.
Which is good because I just reach over there. I don't know the number anyway, so I just reach over there and dismiss it anyway.
Yep.
I know it's time for one of the veterans, and there's another group that start collecting stuff this time of year. Getting ready for the Christmas season.
Texas found. Can't imagine hitting all the thrifts, Goodwills, and bins in Texas. That would be fun to try, wouldn't it?
Well, see, that would be. She needs to take a week of vacation. You need to take a week of vacation, and y'all just need to start in one place and just do a big old loop and video the whole thing.
Man, I guess we could go. We could start in where would it be? So start in probably start in San Antonio and work our way down to Houston, and then come back up and just make a big old loop. That'd be interesting.
Hey, there's this silver-haired dude that lives up in that area somewhere. You might could stop by there and pick his closet. He's always bitching about having so much stuff in.
Yep.
Well, he just reset mine up, Nikki. So, and good morning, Nikki. I didn't know you were in the chat. He reset it up for me, and it started doing it since he reset it up. So it must have had some new updates or something that I didn't have.
Yeah.
Concentrate on selling, not buying.
I know, Carol.
Ah.
She's been trying to get on me about that.
Hi, Nikki.
Oh, good morning, Carol.
Texas Brenda, that's Texas Valerie's sister, isn't it?
Yeah. And they're married to brothers.
Are you kidding me?
I am not kidding you. I'm not kidding you. Crazy, huh?
Yep.
Texas Val says my husband would love Carol. Everybody loves Carol.
Especially when she started talking about, Valerie, where are you going to pack your cat at? The Texans have died.
That's right. That's right, Carol. I'm marrying Lance and she's marrying Chance.
They sound like twins.
We got it all figured out. crazy. Oh,
Uh,
what's everybody doing today?
friend's daughter is having twin girls. And
Huh?
I said, a friend of mine has a friend that his daughter is having twins.
Oh my gosh.
And she's been trying to think of some cute names. And I said, well, how about dementia and dyslexia? And he said, shut up.
Oh my gosh.
And it's his friend, which is he's sort of a friend of mine too. We golf together every once in a while, and he's an African American fella. And I said dyslexia and dementia. He said, shut up. He followed up with, some of my people come up with some unusual names. And I said, yeah, I know. He said, so if they come up with dyslexia and dementia as their names, we're going to have words. I don't know your daughter, okay? Unless you tell her.
Anissa says Ava and Macy are my twin, our nice girl twin girl names. Yeah. I mean, I like, my twin grandkids are Caden and Kyrie, so.
I went to school with triplet girls, Mandy, Candy, and Sandy.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't that just cute as hell?
It is, it's adorable, but man, I could just feel the trouble coming from that mess.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. What's everybody got going on today? Listing like a MFer.
Mm.
Yeah, after I get finished with here, then I've got stuff
Going.
I got 10 drafts already set up. I got to take pictures of, and then I've got a pile of. I've got 2 baskets, and each one of them's got things in it. I would like to try to get those things listed today.
Yeah.
Because I haven't done anything like I wanted to for the last few days. I felt bad.
Yeah. I'm glad you're feeling better. Yeah, I got hard goods today, so I got a few errands to run. My errands got squashed yesterday, so I didn't go anywhere. And so I just stayed home and enlisted and got some stuff done.
I got books and blue jeans. Get them listed.
Man.
Song. End of the country question song.
Books and blue jeans.
I'm on my last box of Going with the Wind. Yay!
Yay!
After what, 6 of them? Oh.
Are you putting your books on Amazon or on eBay?
What's Amazon?
Yeah.
Todd don't do Amazon.
I don't either. I looked into it. I don't like all the red tape you got to get through to do just to sell them something. I'm like, nah. I'll keep it as my buying area, but I'm not going to sell on it.
Yeah. It's not for everybody.
Roberta says, okay.
There it is.
I'm sorry. Nick posted something on the chat. She doesn't do anything with the eBaying or Amazoning or any of that kind of stuff, but she's sort of getting interested in the Amazon part of it, as far as going out and sourcing and stuff like that. And her motivation is to get exercise.
Well, yeah.
So I might have a partner in crime on that.
Always a good thing.
That would be good because I told her we could go to like Columbia and spend the weekend and source down there, and
Yeah.
or Charleston or Alabama. I hear there's some good stuff over in Alabama.
That's what I hear. Yeah. I don't know.
That's
kind of
about
got my hands in a little bit of everything right now.
Yeah, you're in your eBay, Poshmark, Amazon, Konnichiwa. What else are you in?
Mercari, True
Mercari,
Gather, and another one that I have tried so many times and have gotten out of it because I got mad at them. Bonanza.
Is anybody doing Prairie Dirt?
Sally, I'm back on Bonanza.
You're back on Bonanza?
Yeah.
Oh my God. No,
Yeah.
not me.
I got it all going on, so
I think Tara, is it Tara that sells on Bonanza?
yeah, she sells on Bonanza. Yep. I mean, she says she only gets like, you know, a few sales a week or whatever, but I don't know. These people that say they get, you know, a couple of sales here and there. I mean, Bridget says she gets a couple of sales on Together a week, and you know, figure, well, somebody's got to buy my stuff too, so I'm on all of it.
I swear that sounds like that should be a reseller matchup, you know, relationship, romance, you know, hookup channel.
But I was listening to Reezy Resells last night. He was doing a live, and he was doing it with another reseller. Her name is Nicole State, and I know a lot of people don't like her, but you know, she has some good points. You know, she's only doing Poshmark right now, and she's doing amazing. She's, you know, she's going to the bin, she's getting her stuff for cheap, you know, and if you get your stuff for cheap enough, you can sell it for cheap and you can get good sales. And she's just killing it over there. But she went to Posh Fest, and so she was talking about some of the, you know, Posh upgrades and things like that. And I think they're gonna be getting pretty deep into Instagram here pretty quick, because Posh is actually adding stories to the app.
Oh.
So you can actually, and from what I hear, I don't know that it's going on right now. I don't think they've got it set up yet, but basically you can make a story on Poshmark and integrate it with your Instagram. So and then apparently the way it's supposed to work is if somebody sees your item on Instagram, they can click on it or swipe and it takes you directly to the Posh, so you can purchase that item. Sounds like a good thing.
Yeah.
Is Todd's dog nearby?
Huh?
Is Todd's dog nearby?
Why?
I hear somebody sleeping, and I know it's not Sally because she's moving around. Go ahead, Sally.
She's over here.
I don't hear nothing.
Yeah, I don't hear it.
Yeah, she's over here licking her feet. That's
licking her feet.
Yeah, that's her thing. It's kind of like a nervous habit with her. She licks her feet all the time.
You got somebody who wants to join the Facebook group, Valerie.
Okay.
It just popped.
Okay. Let's see. Junk Trader says, can you make a story and not load it to Instagram? I think so. I don't want to load Instagram with things for people to buy. I don't have people who follow me for that reason. Yeah, I think you can just do that.
Oh, now I hear it. Come here.
Another way that you can do that, another thing that you could possibly do is you can make you a separate account for your Instagram stuff.
He's so cute.
For your
right
people to buy.
Hi, Jenny.
I mean, she was really pushing that. Jenny, who can I turn to?
That's Todd's baby girl right there.
Look at that puppy. Looky there.
Yep.
Look at the puppy on the
She's
screen.
a cutie.
Looky there. She looks like Sissy.
Is that a Boston Terrier? Bull Terrier? What is that?
Boston Terrier.
They're
Boston.
so cute.
That was a burp.
She's like, that's what I think.
She's so cute. Yeah.
She's a red Boston Terrier. Yeah.
She's cute.
Yes.
We need Jenny every day. That's right. Oh, no worries, Anissa.
Bambi.
I don't get Instagram. I didn't even load it on my phone. But I can't get rid of it. Huh. You should be able just to uninstall it if you don't want it.
You
But-
know,
Yes.
I've got Instagram, and every once in a while I'll post something on it. But I
Yeah.
just feel like this stuff is getting so damn intrusive into everybody's life.
Well, sure it
What's
does.
that?
And
I
don't
think that's the point of it.
plan enough.
You know, that's the point of it. That's where we're at, you know, in our electronic system is you know, everybody's life revolves around everybody else's life, and you know, you want to share all that stuff. And April Fool's Day.
Have
we
the
need to
dogs
just
do
have
the
the
show.
dogs. There you go. Oh man.
We can
That
be off.
would probably be a
Have
whole
the
lot
dogs
better.
and the cat, because I don't have dogs. So the cat and the dogs will do the show.
Yeah, we can be off screen, be like puppets. Maybe our puppets.
I don't see how folks can do so many social online stuff. I'm not a super busy guy. I'm retired and I do eBay part-time, and there is no way I can watch all the videos that I'd like to see or go look at what somebody put on Instagram or Facebook and all that. And I'm like, and I do quite a bit of it. I probably waste 2 or 3 hours a day looking at all that crap. But I don't know if I'm making myself my point, but if I'm too busy to do all that, how do people do it? I mean, like, and I'm not a busy man.
Hmm. But I know what busy is.
But I know what busy is.
That was awesome.
See, now,
That was
here's
very
my
good.
downfall. And I'm not talking about the live shows. I'm just talking about YouTube in general, because I watch such random stuff. I've mentioned before, I watched the narrowboat people over in England, and it seems like all of them post on the same day. So I'll have 5 20-minute videos. You know, it comes in at one time.
Yeah, there went 2 hours, you know, and you're like,
You know, so I don't watch TV. I have
Right.
a pad sitting beside my bed, my couch, my recliner, and I pick it up and I pull up YouTube and
Yeah.
and I
And
watch.
everybody has a different piece of, you know, equipment, so everybody's watching something different
Right.
and doing something different. Yeah.
I usually watch YouTube videos in the middle of the night when I can't sleep. I'll be like,
Mhm.
As far as like social media goes, I'm not real big into social media. There's days where, or there's like, I mean, there could be like a week and a half that I don't post anything, and then one day I'll post 5 things,
Mhm.
you know, or even look at stuff. Every once in a while, probably once every couple of days, I go in and I look through my Facebook, and same thing with Instagram. I go through and look through. I would say my most used social media thing is YouTube.
Mhm. Yeah.
Because I watch YouTube almost every day.
like Deb Pinching Pesos is coming back on today at noon, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna have time to watch that. I've got my listing to do, and I got my stuff to do around the house. I got my chores that Gwen leaves me a list every day, and
Yeah.
A friend
I
of
know.
mine.
I mean, I'd like to watch
But you
Deb.
can-
She always
but
has
you-
interesting.
That's the thing
Stuff
is
to-
you can always go back and rewatch it when
Yeah.
you're not, when you're not
Hey.
busy. You don't have to watch it live. Just
I
put it on
guess.
your list of watch it later.
That's what I do. I usually go through and catch the ones that I normally watch on a regular basis.
Yeah. Recently, well, actually, since I started watching The Walking Dead and all that, so I've been watching more TV than I have YouTube.
What a
just
waste
lately.
of time.
But what I'm watching, I mean, I can list while I'm watching this. Okay, so my dirty secret, I watch Sister Wives. I love that show.
Oh, that's sad.
I
I
love
like it
that
too.
show. I love that show. And so I've been watching, all of the seasons and so that's what I've got going on. And that's something that I can listen to. I can listen to it and then every once in a while I can, look at it, but I can still list and do my work while I'm doing that. So
And I say that in all fun, okay?
I watch weird stuff. I watch Sister Wives. I love Teen Mom. I yeah. I watch things like that. So I don't know. Condemn me, whatever, but that's what I watch.
That's fine. Honey Boo Boo was one of the biggest shows on TV for the longest
Yeah,
time.
it was.
I mean, and that was a damn accident. That was a car wreck. I mean, really.
Yeah. I used to watch it.
And that's one of the things that I get to read memos every once in a while from a certain person's industry she works in, and that's been an issue. Is like, why are cable companies paying big bucks to be able to carry a channel because it's got Mary Loves Susan, or just what, because that's the top show right now. But over on ABC, they've got 4 shows that is all drama shows that, for 3 hours they've got 12 billion people watching each episode because it's all crap.
Yeah.
And that's what, so then they have to go back and say, we can't pay you this much because you've only got one show. You only got one show on your whole lineup that draws viewers. And what's so sad about it is these shows like Honey Boo Boo and Sister Wives and stuff like that, they don't have the production costs they do of like Friends or of
Right.
any of those.
It's true. It's true.
But yeah, you're as bad as Tara about that drama, because Tara likes all those drama shows on YouTube.
Yeah. And I still watch some of the drama videos. There's a few people that I still watch on there. Thanks, Nikki, for getting me hooked on that. But and that was a couple years ago when we got hooked on that. So drawn in with all that mess. But I don't know. I have different. I mean, Mike couldn't stand Teen Mom. He was always like, I don't know why you watch this show, and I like it. That's why I watch it.
Yeah.
Leave me alone.
Well, see, Roberta loves RuPaul's Drag Race.
I like that.
She loves that show, and it's like, it's time for RuPaul. I gotta go. Okay, baby. Good night. But she loves that show. But we watch all kinds of stuff too. You've heard me talk about the stuff I watch on YouTube. I mean,
I listen to a lot of Joe Rogan podcasts.
I like him too.
Oh,
'Cause
really?
you don't have
Tommy?
to watch it. You can listen to it and not have to, put all your focus on it.
Well, that's
Well,
like I listen to a lot of comedy stuff on YouTube, and you really don't have to unless it's a comedian that really puts a lot of physical activity into their routine. You can just kind of turn it on and listen to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who lives by you, Tommy? Which one?
And you're not the reason that she's a teen mom, are you?
Mhm.
I'm just curious. Oh,
Do you
Bianca. Okay.
do you think officers used to wear stuff like this, or is this like just something else?
Charge of Vic. Charge of what?
Vice
Vice.
Squad. Oh, that could be a costume piece, maybe.
Look at the back though. I mean, it looks like it's old and
Yeah, that is kind of old.
It does, yeah.
Yeah, that could be an antique piece.
Huh. Yeah, I would definitely say
But there's not like a town or something on it. Would they not normally have something like a Detroit or Charlotte or something on it?
mm-mm.
No.
No, that's all it says.
Well, that's what I was saying. That it sort of looks like a kid's costume piece, but also you just never know back in them days.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like too heavy to be something like that though.
Is it?
Mm-mm.
yeah. I mean, I guess what you could do is just put it in as a, antique piece, and then maybe put like uniform or not uniform but costume and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And sell it like that. Karen at the beach says, Valerie, I met Cheyenne Floyd from Teen Mom, Ohio. She's a lovely girl. That's cool. One of her baby daddy was in the Air Force, blonde. He left her went to Jersey. Can't think of her name. She was looking at new houses again. Huh. Interesting.
Have a good day at your day job.
Make it a great day. Morning. Summer, just in time.
No, Summer's out in California, isn't she?
Just in time to say hi and bye. Caitlin?
Mm.
Oh, yeah. Caitlin. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. She's I would say she's probably one of my favorites.
I'm gonna turn in your man card, son, if you're watching Teen Moms.
It's okay. Tom, don't say anything about Teen Mom. Oh my gosh. Summer says, Karen, I was just going to ask you if you were here. Tell your daughter gas just went over $5 a gallon. Holy mackerel. Ugh. That's too much.
Why do you people still live out there?
That's right.
I'm sorry. I know people that were born out there. They love it out there, but they had to get out of there because it was
killing them.
It was killing them.
I mean, the thing about when I left there, it wasn't because I didn't really realize how expensive it was to live there because I'd never lived anywhere else. But my main reason was to get out of there, of course, to come marry Mike, but also, the people. There was just too many people.
Right.
And then when I got here, I was like, I can buy so much more with the same amount of money. I'm getting a lot more. Basically, I was getting paid at my job. I was getting paid the same thing and that I was in California, but I had so much more, it went a little further. So
the things that you really don't see, you really don't, most people don't pay attention to, like sales tax. There's sales tax out there is like 10 times as much as it is here in North Carolina.
mhm.
And all that stuff starts adding up after a while. But the people that live across the street from us, they're from San Diego.
Mhm.
I mean, they said that for their mortgage paper wouldn't rent a one apartment out in California.
No, not at all. I mean, it's nothing here in this area. It's nothing to find a house for, $30,000 to $40,000. It's not gonna be no mansion or anything. It's gonna be a nice little house. And in California, one of those would go, for 300,000, easy.
When I was out there, we went on a cruise back in my single days. So a bunch of single people went on a cruise. We flew into California, and none of us had been to LA before. So we left here and got there at about 7 o'clock in the morning. And then we took a gray line tour, just the group people in our group, and just kind of hit the hot spots.
Mm-hmm.
The guy that was on the bus driving the bus lives with his daughter and son-in-law, and he's from Monroe, North Carolina.
Mm.
And he's driving along, and we're going through this residential area because we're in a van type bus. And he's like, see that little house right there? He says, what do you think it sells for back home? And we're like 25, maybe 30,000. He says, I know for a fact it just sold for $450,000.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh, we need to stop for a drink on that. He said, it was a little shanty,
Yep.
And he's like, it's $450,000, and I'm. But it's the land of dreams.
Yep. That's right. Kaylin Lowry. Yeah. Karen says my daughter is probably leaving New York, where we live, and she is moving north to upstate or one of the northern New England states where she can live a better quality of life. I will probably follow her. Come south. Don't go north.
Or west. I'm not, if you get
Go to Arizona.
Just
that actually would probably be my second choice. Would be Arizona if I wasn't going to Texas.
Now, one thing about those Arizonians, don't start talking about heat.
No, you don't talk about heat.
Because one of the boys I went to high school with, he's lived out there for like 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
He's talking about it was 110 last week, and I'm like, but that's a dry heat. He says, GD, Tom, I can fry an egg on the hood of my car. That's hot.
It's still hot. It may not have the humidity with it, but it's still hot. Yeah. But it's like anywhere else. If it's too cold, then you limit yourself to going outside. Right. If you do have to go outside, you turn the heater on. It's not like in extreme weather, you're going to be out there in the elements for a long period of time. You are going to be out there for maybe a minute or two, and you'll be, in a car or in a house or whatever. But yeah, I don't like it.
His boys were Boy Scouts, and he said when they would do hikes during the summertime, they would leave when it was safe to walk because you wouldn't be walking on a snake or something like that.
Right.
But he said about 10 o'clock they would pitch canopies and hang out till about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and then they would continue on. He says otherwise, he says these boys would be fast, and the leaders
Yep.
would start passing out. It'd be so hot out there.
Mm-hmm.
But Roberta, we had talked about moving out there at one time, and until she started finding about the scorpions and things like that, and she's like, "No, I don't think I will be moving out there." Because she has
my gosh.
stuff like that.
Holly,
Mm.
you going sleepy now?
I don't know. I'm getting warm.
All right. Well, I guess we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up for today. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a great day.
Thanks,
Bye.
you too.
Bye.
See you later.
Thanks for watching our show.